Numbers and polynomials test solution. Question number 1. If n is a natural number, then 9 power 2n minus 4 power 2n is always divisible by. Let us take n is equal to 1. When substituting this in 9 power 2n minus 4 power 2n, we get 9 square minus 4 square. While expanding this, we get 81 minus 16, which is 65. 65 is divisible by both 5 and 13. Let us take n is equal to 2. Substituting this in 9 power 2n minus 4 power 2n, we get 9 power 2 into 2 minus 4 power 2 into 2, which is equal to 9 power 4 minus 4 power 4. While expanding this, we get 6561 minus 256, which is equal to 6305. This is also divisible by 5 and 13. So we can conclude that if n is a natural number, then 9 power 2n minus 4 power 2n is always divisible by 5 and 13. Second question, 6 power n minus 5 power n, where n is a natural number. Then 6 power n minus 5 power n will always end with. For this, let us take first n is equal to 1. We get 6 power 1 minus 5 power 1, which is equal to 1. Let us take n is equal to 2. We get 6 square minus 5 square, which is 36 minus 25, which is equal to 11. Therefore, if n is any natural number, then 6 power n minus 5 power n always ends with 1. Question number 3. If two positive integers a and b are expressible in the form a is equal to pq square and b is equal to p cube q, where p and q are prime numbers. This shows that p and q does not have any common factor other than 1. Therefore, HCF of a and b is pq. Now pq is the common factor for which is divisible by both a and b. Therefore, HCF of a and b is pq. Question number 4. If x plus a is a factor of 2x square minus 2x square plus 2ax plus 5x plus 10. If x plus a is the factor of the polynomial, then x is equal to minus a, which implies minus a is the 0 of the polynomial. Substituting in the polynomial p of x is equal to 2x square plus 2ax plus 5x plus 10, we get 2 into minus a the whole square plus 2a into minus a plus 5 into minus a plus 10 is equal to 0. While expanding this, we get 2a square minus 2a square minus 5a plus 10 is equal to 0. From this, we get a is equal to 2. Next question. A graph of a polynomial p of x is given. Here, the curve of the polynomial touches x-axis at exactly 2 points. As the polynomial is given for p of x, the curve touches x-axis at 2 points, the number of zeros is 2. The curve touches the x-axis at minus 3 and minus 1. Therefore, the zeros are minus 3 and minus 1. Next question. To prove that root 2 is an irrational number, let us first assume that root 2 is a rational number. So root 2 can be expressed in the form a by b, where a and b are integers, b is not equal to 0, and a and b does not have any other factor other than 1. While squaring on both the sides root 2 is equal to a by b, we get 2 is equal to a square by b square. By taking b square to the other side, we get a square is equal to 2b square. Let it be equation 1. By taking 2 to the other side, we get a square by 2 is equal to b square. This implies 2 divides a square, then 2 divides a also. Let it be c. So a is equal to 2 into c. While squaring on both the sides, we get a square is equal to 4c square. When substituting this equation in the previous one, we get a square is equal to 2b square and a square is equal to 4c square, which implies 2b square is equal to 4c square. While cancelling the common factor 2 on both the sides, we get b square is equal to 2c square. By transposing 2 to the other side, we get b square by 2 is equal to c square, which implies 2 divides b square. Therefore, 2 divides b also. This shows that 2 divides both a and b, which is contrary to our assumption that a and b does not have any other common factor, but here we have 2 as the common factor. This is contrary to our assumption that root 2 is a rational number. Therefore, our assumption is wrong. Therefore, root 2 is an irrational number.